Hello everybody, Reggie Time here with a live play 3-tabling 5-card PLO session in association with Pop Bombers on the PPP network. These games are fucking bonkers. I'm on a small downswing of around $270 in the game, Aussie dollars. I'd like to say I've been running bad, and I think maybe I have a little bit in terms of like not realising my equity share when all in, but I've not exactly been getting it in with people being crushed and then running bad. A lot of the time I've been getting it in with like 35 to 40% equity and just like never winning any of those, so not really get like cashing in my 40% equity share. I don't think I've developed in any way a good strategy for these games yet. I think it's work in progress. I have concluded that we need lots and lots of high card strength and suited strength in this game, which we also kind of already knew from Pot Limit Omaha anyway. Pot Limit Omaha 4 card. I think it's even more important in these games, and I think pretty much 3-betting pre-flop, unless you can make it absolutely fucking enormous for like maybe 30% plus of your stack to make post swap really easy, is a waste of time. If someone like makes it pot and you repot it to $6 or whatever it is, you know, routinely you're getting 2 or 3 callers. Then you get like weird SPRs in spots where you're up against multiple opponents, and the nuts is really important. It's really hard to make the nuts. So I think my pre-flop strategy in terms of like the cards I'm choosing to play is improving, but my pre-flop strategy in terms of like when to overlimp, when to isolate, when to 3-bet, when to cold 4-bet is still an enormous work in progress. But it's fun trying to figure it all out. I mean, we can't afford for this downswing to continue for too much longer, otherwise it'll enforce me to do a reload. And I can't remember the last time I reloaded on a poker site. It was a long time ago. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens over the coming days. Fingers crossed we can have a little bit of an upswing and it can take the pressure off a little bit, because I want to continue, but I don't want to continue by just taking beating after beating after beating. So we'll see how it goes. I'm remaining very positive with the game because it really is an awful lot of fun, incredibly recreational, player friendly, almost zero regulars in the games. So it doesn't feel like you're being schooled by people who are much better than you, which can be very disheartening. So there is that at least. But yeah, we're doing live play today because just because I can't be asked doing like playing a session, recording it, rendering it, and then rewatching it to make a video. That's very time consuming. So we're just being lazy today and playing a live session. Hence the 3 tables to give it, so we don't have as many, hopefully, dull spots. So we've been donked into here. We have backdoor flush draw and top pair, but it's probably utterly worthless. So we're just going to pitch it. There's such a huge amount of donking in these games, and to be frank, so far, I've not noticed donking ranges to be especially weak. Like, you see people donking in no limit, and a lot of the time it can be with reasonably weak ranges. In this game, when people donk, they ain't donking to fold. Like, sometimes when you play no limit, you can watch someone donk bet like half pot or whatever. You can raise them and watch them fold quite often. There ain't much donk folding in these games. I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that the expensive way. When I've like someone's donked into me for full pot, I've just had maybe just a bare nut flush draw, nothing else, and I've got it in thinking my nut flush draw is going to have me like at least 35% equity, and it turns out I've had probably less equity than that. Or that's all I've got. Say you sat there with like your overpair, your nut flush draw, maybe your gut shot too, and you're thinking, right, well, my flush draw, my overpair, my gut shot, I must be a coin flip here at least. And then you get it in against the nuts and you realise you're only like 35% or 30% or what have you. So yeah, fold equity pre-flop and post-flop isn't a thing. You just got to rely on your actual equity and hope the numbers hold up, and not overvalue some of the weaker parts of your draws that may already be drawing dead versus like relatively strong donking ranges. But yeah, it's still very much work in progress. I'm hoping that I don't bust the accounts before I kind of figure out the things I'm doing quite badly wrong, and there will be lots of things that I'm doing quite badly wrong. I need to figure out what they are quickly. So here we flop bottom set. Not much else going on. Multi-way pot bottom set. Probably not that strong. Certainly not willing to bet it into three opponents. We have double suited. We have a single suited aces here. So we could pot it, but we're just gonna literally everyone's gonna call. Then we're gonna be out of position in a spot where there's not gonna be too much that we like. I'm just gonna fold the set here. But now we flop a full house, which is nice. And we're gonna lead out because I do not want this checking through. See how our bottom set would have been doing here. Doesn't look like it would be doing too well against a pot size bet and then another pot size bet. This is a spot where I probably would have just put all the money in on the flop a week or so back. Maybe not even that. Now we're just like check folding bottom set, and what did this dude have? He didn't have a beat, but he got there. Or he would have got there against us. At least I think he would have got there. It's hard to see there, but I think he had a straight, did he? In the end. So this guy had a straight. The other dude flopped 2 pair. But he had the flush draw, 2 pairs, some straight draws going on. So our bottom set was in rough shape against this dude here, who I think's a regular. I see him quite often at tables. Stats look reasonable. Well, yeah, that's the spot where I'd have just seen my set, I'd have seen the draws out there and just piled the money in earlier in the week, and then I would have been an underdog against top 2, nut flush draw and straight draw, and then I'd be like, oh fucking hell, I'm so unlucky. But ultimately all I had was bottom set in a board where, in a game where bottom set typically is not going to be good at showdown if lots of money goes in. So I am learning. I'm learning sometimes to be wary of like medium strength made hands, especially when you don't have redraws or don't have some very key blockers to the nuts. Even that in this game, blockers to the nuts is less relevant because, you know, the nuts is just out there so often, even when you have good blockers. So again, this is a spot where I would have definitely been 3-betting yesterday. I'm not going to 3-bet versus 78-6 today, but our hand's way too strong to fold. It's got really good high card strength. It's got really like high suited strength. So I want to kind of see flops, and I want to either see a lot of blue, a lot of green, or combinations of high cards. This flop's obviously completely useless to me. This guy's just going to have aces a lot. I mean, he's only raising 6%. Not going to bet into him. And I think we're just going to check and lose to aces. Don't think this dude's going to fold if we do bet. By someone with a 6% PFR just turned up with the hand as weak as he did there. Not that it's a particularly weak hand, just because I think when I see 6%, I'm expecting mostly just to see like combinations of ace, ace, XX. Obviously, you have an incredibly strong hand here with our 2 aces, 5 Broadway cards, sorry, 4 Broadway cards, and then 2 suits. And we flop a pair and a third nut flush draw with a gut shot. I think it's enough to bet with. I was talking to someone last night about these games. He's a no limit hold'em player, and I was explaining to him how brutal the variance is and those types of things. And I kind of got a perspective on why a lot of no limit hold'em players won't play this game, and that is because of the uncertainty of like how to play the game, but also just the knowledge that the variance is so brutal. And to be frank, most players probably aren't rolled for it. I'm probably not rolled for it. In terms of to play a game like this, you probably need at least, I want to say, $2,500. I don't have $2,500 on this between these three accounts on these clubs. So when you're not properly rolled for a game and it is high variance, then it certainly brings some extra pressures. Well, I mean, I'm rolled for the game in general. I mean, I could dip into my real life money and be rolled for the game, but I don't want to do that. I just want to I've got, well, started with 1,200 across these three clubs. I've got slightly less than that now. I've got 11 something. Which you know when near enough. It's that it's not even fucking 30 buy-ins anymore. You know when near enough. And if I bust that, then fine. I'll just reload the accounts and then the PLO adventure will be over. Because if I bust $1,100 in, I mean, I've had an $1,100 downswing for many a moon. I don't think I'll have one here, because I think if these accounts get below 600 between them, I think that's when I will just put the lid on the adventure and say, nope, Reg, nice try, didn't work, you spunked 600 off, let's not go for any more. But hopefully it won't come to that, and we can enjoy some positive variance over the coming days and weeks and stay in the games. Basically, for now, I just want to survive and learn. Surviving and learning seems reasonable for the time being, and then we'll take it, see what happens after that. Or if that happens, if we don't survive, then I guess the learnings that I've gained from not surviving won't be any use to me. We've been squeezed here, and I guess we're going to have to defend with our two high set draws. We do flop top set. I'm not going to risk this checking through. I'm just going to lead out. I mean, the board looks pretty safe, but basically, well, the 6 now, we don't have the nuts anymore. We did have the nuts, we no longer have the nuts. I mean, clearly at this point, we're just going to go with it anyway, but I was about to say the board can change so much so quickly. And basically any 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we've got it in here with top set now, and we only have 65% equity. He's rejected running it twice. And now we have 0% equity, which is disappointing. And that is what I've been experiencing lately, and that is why I'm beginning to feel that 5-card PLO is just not going to, it's not going to hold my attention for too much longer, because it's just so damn, I say, with no fold equity. I mean, what did he have pre on the flop there? I had 4 deuce, 9 ace, 10. So basically, he called the flop with gut shot, backdoor, nut flush draw, added another flush draw on the turn with some extra straight potential possibly, and then got there on the river. And I'm a rational man, but that shit's hard to take. And it's just like, seems to be happening continually. I mean, if we don't win this session, then I think it's going to be my 3rd or 4th losing session in a row. And I don't remember the last time I had 4 losing sessions in a row. Especially in games where, statistically, the players are like just playing so badly. So yeah, unless we have some miraculous happenings in the next 29 to 30 minutes, you could be witnessing the end of my PLO career. For now. To be straight, this guy called a 3-bet with that piece of cheese, whatever it was. So we know the games are really good in terms of like how bad the players are, but as I've talked about earlier, I mean it's just so showdown heavy. You cannot. It seems impossible to deny equity to people. You can't make people fold their equity ever. Yeah. It's just an absolutely brutal game. And I mean, my mental game is probably much stronger than most people's, but it's getting close to breaking me. It's getting damn close to breaking me. Here we have a second nut flush draw and an overpair, and we've been donked into. So this guy just has a 4 or pocket 9s here, and we're just going to fold our second nut flush draw because we can get it in there against a 4 and the nut flush draw and just be fucking drawing dots close to stone dead. And he had at least a 4 there, so he has at least a 4. Then we're already in rough shape. And then if he does have any spades at all, he's blocking our outs. If he has the nut spades, then we're fucked. Yeah, it's a rough old game. I think we're just going to call here with our bone dry aces. So yeah, I think after this one, the next few videos are going to be pretty much a no limit rebuild of the disaster that has been Pot Limit Omaha 5 card Pot Limit Omaha. Here we have, let's deal with this one first. So calling here. We have just an open ender here. I mean, the overpair is probably not worth anything already. Just going to let it go. We have a flush draw here. We have like, well, fuck it. We're just going to go with it. We have second pair and a nut flush draw and some like backdoor straight. So gut shot straight draw as well. What equity do we have this time? We're basically a flip. Yes, top 2, we have the better draws. And we lose another one. Yep, we're going to see the video out because, fuck it, we're going to see the video out. But yeah, you are watching the beginning of the end of the PLO5 card dream. What happened there then to that one? Well, can't even be asked working it out anymore. Cannot even be asked to work it out. We just got owned. Well, not owned. Owned's the wrong words, but we've had like two situations against the 77-6 where we had a significantly prettier hand pre-flop, flopped reasonably well, and then just got ironed out both times. So that's like, what are we down now? Across the tables, 380, 90. Ooh, we're up at that table. Yeah. Keeping this video going because it's important if you like doing a channel that's like charts your poker life. It's important to chart the lows as well as the highs, and I mean, it's not a big low. At the end of the day, there's far more serious things in the world going on than somebody losing a couple of £100 at fucking poker. So let's keep things in perspective here. It's not the end of the world. I've lost a couple of £100 at poker, big fucking deal. But in terms of like in the view through the prism of just poker, then yeah, it's been a pretty depressing couple of days. Had so much excitement for it last week. I was like, boom, this could be a new game for me. There's loads of fish, there's loads of this, loads of that. How exciting it all is. And yeah, sadly, it's not going to be. It's not to be, I don't think. We just get back on the no limit grind and rebuild. On the plus side of that, the views I get through my videos will double. Because pot limit all my videos just don't do well on my channel anyway, so we'll get some more views at least. I have some profit on PPP from a different club that I'm in, so I'll be just like taking the profit from there, reloading it on here. So it's not going to be money coming from my actual bank, it's going to be money coming from the profit in a different club. So at least we've got that silver lining. I'm not going to have to reload from my bank account. We're just going to go into the quad miners account where I did pretty well in the no limit games there, and use the profits from there to basically fund the disaster that has been 5 card PLO. Look at that, the ace 5, 7, 3, 9 irons out the aces. It is, I don't know. I mean, I could just be like really low skilled and totally overestimating my edge, even against some absolute whoppers. But it does feel to me like it's a really fun, absolute gambling game. You know, if you just want to have an absolute flat out gamble, fuck it, let's just basically flip coins with like a small edge, then it really is, it's a fun game. But it's fucking brutal. It is brutal. So what do we have going on here? We have top pair, kings, We have top 2 pair. I mean, I guess we need to bet. We blocked with known as pocket aces. We blocked sets of queens, so we kind of only really fucked against sets of deuces. Now we have the nuts, so that's useful. And I think we check back here, try and hope like a king or a jack or a 10 peels off and he makes a straight. It's expensive, or maybe try and let his flush get there. Just try and get paid by an ace here that doesn't want to fold. And we did get paid. I'm not going to get to see what he did pay us off with though. I don't think it shows. Oh no, it went to showdown, so it might show. It showed it briefly, didn't it? Then it disappeared. I wonder if we can click on that again. Nope. Maybe it didn't show it. Perhaps made a mistake on the turn of that hand, by the way, because I didn't know I'd been called in 2 spots. Had I known I'd been called in 2 spots, I probably would have bet small again and left myself like a really easy half pot river shove. So that one's on me. I think we misvalued there. I think we could have probably got it all. But I thought it was just, for some reason I didn't notice this dude stayed in the pot. I thought we were just up against one opponent. So that's a mistake that's definitely on me and nothing to do with the variance of the game and all to do with my inability to pay close attention. So what have we got? We've got 20 minutes to go. We're in a 4.53 in a $47 hole. Can we dig our way out of the 40s? It's only a buy in a bit. It's possible. We dig our way out of the hole. You never know. It might just keep my PLO5 career hanging by a thread. Might just. If we get back into Profitsville for the session, then who knows? Maybe we go all Steven Gerrard and give it, we go again. The next 20 minutes are going to be crucial moments in my pot limit Omaha career. 5 card. This guy's min 3 bet. We're peeling. Checking back here when the board pairs because our draw gets significantly weaker. Not opening the shit kings. We river a flush, but he pots it. It's not the nut flush. The board's paired. Went out. This dude half pots here. We only have a draw. It's not to the nuts. The board's already paired. We're out. Try and squeeze here versus the straddle and just the call. Called in 2 spots. We flop top 2 pairs and have an open ender. In fact, we flop 3 pairs and have an open ender. So let's fucking go. Turn doesn't change anything. Let's just put the lot in, or as much as we can. Our opponent only has, well, we're not going to get out the hole by running it multiple times, are we? Don't give him the flush. Oh, it gave him the flush. It gave him the flush, and we dust off another who knows how much. What's going on there then? Did we do the top up? I think that might be the hand that finishes the career, mightn't it? So this dude flopped the open ender. I did the flush draw on the turn. Got it in with just like 30% equity or something and won anyway. Not going to be bitter about it. But yeah, I think we're done. We're not done for the video, but I think we're done for Pot Limit Omaha. It is official. I cannot beat the fish. I can't afford to move up where they respect my raises. How many more cliches can I fit in one go here? And yeah, it's proved to be yet again Pot Limit Omaha, for probably the umpteenth time in my poker life, has proved to be a hump that I am unable to get over. And we're going to be scuttling back to the no limit streets. Well, not as soon as I finish recording this video, because I've got things to do today, but when my next session starts, we're going to be very much back to the no limit hold'em streets, where you can get people in drawing close to dead way more easily than you can in Pot Limit Omaha. Let's have another vape. Let's chill out with a vape. See bet in here with our top pair. And gut shot. We get called, more draws develop on the turn. Good chance we don't have the best hand here. and we don't have much of a draw, so we're just going to check back. Still only have one pair. We'll be folding to bets. How deep is the hole? -4. -55. -85. -93. And 12 minutes. We're going to have to go some, aren't we? We're going to have to go some. It's a raise and a min re-raise. 3 broadways. And a nut suit, so we'll try and see a flop. Oh, now, I thought he was like doing that to try and explain what I think he's doing here. I think he wanted him to jam so I could call and it reopen the betting for him. Fortunately, he hasn't jammed, so now we get to see a flop at least. And we haven't flopped particularly well. I think that's what he was doing there. I think it's very likely he was trying to re-raise, but in a way where if I called, he could then like flush me out of the pot with like a huge repot. And now we've just flopped really badly, so we can fold. Yep, look, he did have the aces. I think he was definitely trying to like get me in for his full amount there and then blow me out of it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm overthinking it, but that's feels like that's what was going on there. Once again, the aces go down. Aces really are not worth anything in this game, are they? They're absolutely fucking worthless. Just had my first positive variance of the morning. That is that I've just heard my wife answer the door to the Tesco delivery driver, which means as I'm working upstairs, I will not have to get involved in the putting away of the shopping. So, got a little bit of value back on my $100 investment in this video. I will not be venturing back downstairs until I am very confident that all the shopping has been placed in the places it needs to be. Can she put the shopping away in 7 minutes? The chance. Depends how quick the driver is getting it to the doorstep, I guess. Six, 7, 8, 9 with the nut suit. Yeah, let's do it. Overlink the queens. I've course we're calling. Of course we are. We've got a wrap, have we? Let's fucking go. Let's see if we can't put a beat on him for a change. Where could we got? Oh, we're underdog again. As usual, we are in the underdog world. Then we got there, and then we didn't get there again. And I think that we're going to call that a day now. I think we're not going to be reloading here. Nope. Reloading is not happening. Last hand here. And we'll play around to our blinds here too. Just heard my wife say bye to the delivery driver, so we've got to dodge another 5 minutes of graft. Not playing that one, so we'll be standing up. How's our last hurrah going to do? Not well. We have not fought well on our last hurrah. We got absolutely smashed at this table, didn't we? We got smashed. Last hand. Oh, it's not the last hand anymore. Well, it is because... Well, yeah. Obviously, we're not going to pay our blinds and then not see our free hands. We'll see our free hands on this table. Let's do the math. -4. Minus 57. Minus 82. Minus 139 for the session. So that's what, another 3.5 buy-ins down the tubes. Fuck PLO5. Wonder if you can put fuck in a YouTube title. Maybe you can. Maybe YouTube wouldn't like that. I think now, for those older UK guys, if I was good at video editing, I think now would be a nice time to add the theme tune to, oh, what was he called? DJ back in the 80s, Simon Davis was it, or someone Davis on Radio 1 who used to like, Gary Davis, that's who he's called. He used to have a segment in his Radio 1 show where he would just like have someone's sad story and he would play a tune over it whilst he was like sharing someone or reading out someone's sad story that they'd written to him with. If I had video editing skills, that would be the tune that will be playing now over the last embers of this video. But I don't have those skills, so perhaps if you want that effect, watch the end of this video and then have a YouTube video with that tune on playing quietly in the background, and I think you'll grab my mood right now if you do that. Massive pot going here, look. What is going on? Look at the size of this fucking pot. Set. Draw. Dead. In fact, I think when we set up the tables... No, I was going to say I'll try and find that tune and then play it, but I think I've said all that needs to be said, so when we finish playing our hands, I think we'll just be doing our usual wrap-up and calling it a day. And then preparing ourselves for the No Limit Hold'em rebuild. Which of course I'm very confident which will go well. But this is not going to be a winning week for Reggie. It puts me in the hole for the month. And the rest of the month will just be geared around filling in the hole that I have dug for myself and hopefully having a little mound to stand on at the end of it. Two pairs and a gut shot. So we'll kick off with a bet. Get raised, of course. Raised to 77, 6. I mean, you can't always have it, can they? Can they always have it? I mean, obviously we're going to be calling now versus this $15 shove that's incoming. We're ahead. Let's try something different. Let's try running it twice. And we won both times. Woohoo! Oh, it's put me in the blind again. Right, fuck it. We're done. Can't one table again for like another orbit. It just break my heart. So let's do the final tally. That was a decent pickup at the end there. -4. -86. -107. So we had a little pickup at the end there. We're going to stand up now because I'm done. Yeah, so you've witnessed the end of my PLO5 career. We might, who knows, we might revisit it again in the future. I'd be surprised if I do, to be honest. If I do have a slight edge in this game and variance has been against me over the last week or so, then so be it. But I think any edge that can be found in this game, for me, as someone who is a winning poker player, isn't going to be worth pursuing. I think if you are a recreational player looking for a fun punt, I still think it's a good fun game to play. I mean, if you are someone who loses long term at poker and expects to lose but just wants more fun whilst losing, then I think this game is a reasonable option for entertainment. But in terms of like, is it a reasonable option for somebody who wants to grind, not have the brains blown out by the variance and make money, then maybe it's less of a reasonable option. I mean, I've probably still only played around 3,000 hands of it, maybe not even that many, 2,000 hands, but I've probably stuck, well, let's pause for a moment, I'll tell you exactly how much I've stuck. So we started this with an average bankroll of $480 in each account. We've now got 282.46 plus 326 point. Oops. So start again, Reggie. 282.46 plus 326.64 plus 369.3 divided by 3. So that's 326. So 480 minus 326 is 154 times 3. So we've lost $462, which is what, 11 and a half buy-ins in just 3,000, maybe not even 3,000 hands. Let's see. Oh, I can't even see how many hands I've played anymore because I've left tables. So what if I do that and then quickly just click on myself? 735 hands. Probably played a similar amount on each account. So call it 2,000 hands. 2,500 hands. Lost 11 buy-ins. Not for me. It's not for me. It's RIP PLO5. Back to no limit. And try and dig our way out of a $462 hole for the rest of the month. That's the game. That's the game plan. We're back soon with a no limit hold'em video. Hopefully, stories of some more success than the PLO5 adventure. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay inside. Even if the restrictions get lifted a little bit by our fucking moronic government over the weekend, just still look after yourself. Don't trust them fuckers to have your best interests at heart, because I'm not convinced you do. Much love from me. Be well, everybody. Be lucky, and bye-bye for now.